will go down to Mrs. Julie Sorensen with the treasurer's report.
Hi, everybody. Well, I guess I'll start off with the dogs. We are at 22,177 right now. I wish we were double that, but they're coming in and they're still coming in daily. So working at that. As far as our tax collection, we're settling with the local units right now. The townships and cities finished collecting on March 2nd. They wrap up their books and bring them into us. We settle with them, and once we agree on the numbers, we get them into our system and can start collecting those delinquent or unpaid taxes. You might hear from some constituents don't understand that little gray window where the township can't collect and we can't either. And some people, there were a couple on the phone today that get a little huffy, and I just ask them to be patient. We're at the mercy of the local unit as to when they turn their books over to us. We can only work as fast as they get things into us. And once we do settle with the locals, we send out notices to the homeowners and that have taxes owing. So once they start getting those notices, our phones will pick up again on that. Again, March 31st, deadline for 2023 taxes to be paid to avoid foreclosure. So busy working on that process too, and helping those in need when we can. And that's just kind of keeps us busy this month. A lot of people wait to the last minute, and we just cross our fingers that they don't forget their dates because March 31st is that deadline. Working with our new BS&A credit card system in our office. We've also started it over here and at the sheriff's office. And we've got a little bit of some new kinks to learn and to adjust to, but it'll all be good. I'm disappointed though. They assured us that online dog licenses would not be a problem, and that is a problem. It's not going as planned. So we're still working on that. And if we have to next season, we'll move to a different dog license program, which I hope it doesn't come to that, but I'm really disappointed in this not following through or not working out the way they assured us it could. So just busy with a lot of little things going on right now.
Okay. Questions for Julie? No. All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, that moves us down to our one and only agenda item. I would look for a motion to approve the annual renewal of Microsoft licensing for email and cloud hosting, not to exceed $58,507.50.
So moved.
I'll support.
Thank you.
This is our cloud hosting system, does all of our email for us. It's a budgeted expense, went up about $4,000 from last year, but we need it to function.
Not much of a choice.
Not much of a choice.
Okay. Any further discussion? All right. All in favor of moving that on to Wednesday, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. It goes to Wednesday. Now our final call to the public for finance and administration. Hearing none, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm sorry. I tried.
See you Wednesday.
We'll see ya.
See you Wednesday, Gary.
I was going to wait for you for work.
No, I'm
Okay. All right. Call this meeting to order. Please stand and rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay. That is now we will have our first call to the public for econ and physical development. Hearing none, we will move down to Skip.
Community Development, Pete Preston will be here on Wednesday.
Okay.
Today is the board of review if you're an assessor. It's a statutory place period. That's also where Sydney is. So
Okay,
he will be here on Wednesday to give his report.
perfect. So then we will move down to our agenda items. I'd look for a motion to accept and place on file the 2025 Drain Commission Annual Report as presented.
So
I'll support that. And
this is an annual report that's done by a variety of different offices. We've had the clerks, we get the treasurers monthly, we've got the register of deeds. This is for the Drain Commission, and I'll invite Brent and Jenna up to talk about the annual report and see if you have any questions.
hi.
Good.
Any questions in particular?
I don't have any in particular questions.
Gary?
Gary?
Yeah, just spending too much money on the youngsters. We don't get any, it all goes to Saginaw County, so. Have they moved equipment in yet over there?
No, they have to get bonds sold and bond money actually. in
Oh, they haven't
possession.
sold them yet.
That gets sold in April.
Oh, okay.
We have to get full faith and credit first.
Which is agenda item B.
Yes. Okay. All right, no questions?
Simple.
Thank you. All right, all in favor of moving that to Wednesday, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? All right, we'll see that Wednesday. Now, item B, I would look for a motion to approve resolution 26-03-04, pledging full faith and credit to bonds for Young's Intercounty Drain in an amount not to exceed $1,271,850.
So moved.
Support. Discussion.
Okay, so the total cost for Shiawassee County is $1.271 million. That is the maximum amount that the bonds could be levied. Now, keep in mind that we have already pledged our amount, which was $250,000 more or less. So that already drops it down to almost $1 million. A couple of the other landowners have already paid in full theirs of about $63,000, which takes it down more. And then one of the townships is voting tonight of whether or not to drop it to pay theirs all at once, which would take it down another $254,000. So that already takes the amount that's requested for bonding to around $800,000. So it will depend on if they pay or not, but the maximum amount is the total amount of the project. So it does need to stay at the 1.27, even though that will not be the final number once they go out for bonding. So just so you have an update of what it's actually going to cost. It looks like it'll probably be closer to $800,000 if the township, Hazelton Township, New Haven Township passes that tonight to pay the full thing without financing. The issue really is how many places are going to pay the full amount and how many landowners are going to pay the full amount versus how many are going to finance it. If the county paid the full amount already, the township, if they pay the full amount already, that's $500,000 right off the top. So that drops that number down.
How does that work with bonding? If we bond, say, the 800,000, and then more monies come in, a couple hundred to $300,000 comes in immediately, but the bonds, of course, have a period of time. Do you prepay the bonds? What do you do?
So I don't know what the writing of these bonds are gonna be specifically. I know in the past, there's usually an option somewhere at sometime in whether it's 5-10 years down the road, like I think in the Mystigay at 10 years down the road, we have an option to pay another big chunk if we have another big chunk to pay. But it's gonna be specifically how the bond is written.
So,
If by chance people pay off after the bond's taken, so we're not collecting that interest, which we are obligated to pay even though we're not collecting it because they paid it off, and we can't collect as much interest from the bank as we would need to pay it off either, that they have us charge an extra 1%. So let's say the bond is 5%, we have to charge a total of 6% on our tax bill for everybody. So they hope that that 1% will kind of make up for any
It'll even out.
Eventually.
if certain groups of people pay ahead of time, the people who don't actually end up paying more.
If they, do you mean ahead of time before they sell the bond or after they sell the bond?
After the bond is sold.
So there have been cases, but it's very rare where if near the end, it's looking like we're not gonna be able to collect enough to make the payments because people paid off early and we can't get enough interest in there. They have done what they call a delinquent roll, but it's very rare. Like I've been here 20 years, they haven't done it, and I actually don't know any of the other deputies that had to deal with a delinquent roll on a project.
Okay,
Which is they just add a second one next to it just to make sure they have enough to pay the bond, so there's not any
so the money,
mess.
since it can't be paid off, probably can't be paid off early,
No, people are paying it off early now.
after the bond.
Yes, people still are legally allowed to pay it off if they so choose.
But we can't pay the bonds off early.
It'll depend on how the bond paperwork is written.
I didn't know if there's,
Usually there's something in there allowing some kind of additional lump sum payment to make it lower, and I know for the Shiawassee drain, we did pay that one off early, about 3 years early. When we had extra money in the thing, we paid it off early, we just had to give them 6 months notice ahead of time saying that we wanted to pay it off. And so then it was calculated how much the payoff was, and the main reason we were able to do that is because the city of Shiawassee paid their full share ahead of time. And we were able to get that paid off, so the last 3 years, people were still paying their portion left, but they didn't have any interest paid on it, so they just paid the principal.
okay, thank you.
When is the date for the landowners to decide whether they want to pay in full or?
So the letter that was sent out told them March 20th, because we had to give them a cutoff. However, we were told at the public meeting that if people pay, as long as they pay before the bond is sold, we have to accept the payments.
Okay.
So there is wiggle room in there if somebody were to pay it off after, but we had to give a cutoff for it, so we had some idea for the paperwork for the bond.
Sure. That's it. 11. Okay.
And I'm sure there's some that are gonna trickle in and we'll be like, yes, we'll make this exception for you, we can pay it.
Okay. Any further questions? More discussion?
Yeah, things are expensive, just my lot is almost $8,000, just for,
I thought it was 4,800.
huh?
I thought it was around 4,800.
I got 76, I thought.
I can double check, but I thought it was around 4,900.
Okay.
I have to look again.
Yeah. All right, any further discussion? Thank you. Okay, all in favor of moving that on to Wednesday, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed?
Aye.
Okay, I think that passed. We'll see that on Wednesday. Next, I would look for a motion to approve the board's chair recommendation of the appointment of Jacob Kelly to the ZBA.
So move.
I'll support that.
Just as a note, it's not an alternate, it's a regular position. That was a typo on my part.
Okay. Further discussion? All in favor of moving that to Wednesday, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Excellent. That brings us to our final call to the public for econ and physical development. Hearing none, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.